Cancel.
Schweezy.
I know a lot of you have been asking me in the last couple, maybe years, weeks, hours, what do you determine to be the perfect woman? Now, I know I've said Brie Larson, but I also don't know Brie Larson in person. I only know her from her movies, and therefore, I can't tell if she is a perfect candidate. What I can tell you, though, from who I am, that I've dated a lot of really good-looking women. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just trying to say a point. But at the end of the day, what I've realized, though, is that just because someone is drop-dead gorgeous does not mean that they are wife material or could even be considered the perfect woman. Like I said, I have been saying for a long, long time at this point, a pretty face can go a long way, but when someone bores the fuck out of you, there's only so far you can go with that. Therefore, I, as your favorite person on the planet, have created a little chart that I will put up here, helping me to determine the idea of the perfect woman. So, let's just jump right into it. So this is Schweezy's perfect woman scale. So hopefully, if you are an audio listener, you may want to go check out the highlight to this, or look at my Instagram to look at the graph. At least one of the two to determine everything. So I put it to two determining factors. I put attractiveness, that's on the x-axis. I assume X is the one that goes up and down, and then y-axis is the one that goes left to right. One of the two. The one that goes vertical, I can't remember. It's been a while since I've taken a math class, or a math class that involved me to remember X and Y axes. So on the vertical axis, we have attractiveness, and on the horizontal axis, we have personality. So on the personality, to the left of it, we have boring, and to the right of it, we have amazing. On the attractiveness scale, is a little bit different. On the very bottom, we have hot, and ugly, we have at the very top. So if we look at this, if you're looking at this, hopefully you're looking at my Instagram at TheSchweezy, or you're actually watching this right now. You can see here from this graph that it's going up from a good 45-degree angle, very perfect 45-degree angle. How do I know this? I made this graph in Photoshop, and I made sure that was 45-degree angle of going up. So looking at this, kind of looking at the map. So someone is super hot, like the hottest that they'll ever be in there. One of the hottest people that ever walked this earth. They are they're at the very left, but however, they're so hot that they're boring as fuck. And I bet you anything, some really hot women are going to be very upset that I'm calling them boring. But here's what I will tell you. Look at that charcuterie board that you're thinking about. Talk about a charcuterie board to yourself and realize that I don't give a shit. So you see, the hotter you are, the more boring you are. However, the more ugly you are, we look at that on that side of the chart, the more ugly you are, the better your personality is. So here's the thing. So not everyone can be me. I'm perfect. I am both. For men, there is you got to be smart, you got to be attractive, and you got to be funny. And I'm just all of it. I'm the perfect catch. We've already established that I am the perfect catch. However, this is for men who want to be with women. So sorry for anyone who doesn't fall into that category. Maybe I will make another chart for you. Or not. I might not give a shit. So here's the thing, though. So let's say you meet a woman who you got to look, because when you determine someone's great personality to their looks, there is something, because sometimes if you're just born really good looking, you never have to develop a personality. Everything just comes easy to you. Life comes easy to you, and life is everything that you want it to be. So therefore, you'd never have to develop a personality. However, when you're ugly, as you see on the chart here, you have to develop a personality for people to like you because they're not interested in your looks. That's just, I mean, that's what happens. And
let's go full throttle. Feel like a woman, a real woman. This is the type of guy you get.
3 sound drops from this guy, and I picked the third one out of the third time. So yeah, so like if you're ugly, you had to develop a good personality. So the trick is, I will always say here on this striding slope. So, do you want to date that hot person? No. Some of you are thinking right now, I can deal with her being super boring because all I do have to look at her. The problem is, though, that relationships require communication, and I wasn't the inventor of that. That's just how humans work. We need that communication to work. So realize in relationships, you have to communicate. Therefore, that boring personality is going to drive you fucking insane. Now, however, going to the opposite side, you meet that amazing personality. She's just so great. You can talk to her for hours. So much fun. It's just every day. You're never bored. However, your pee-pee can't get hard because of her looks. And that is also a problem for a man. So the trick is you kind of want to fall somewhere on the middle. Now, depending on your preference, for me, I would say I want that perfect middle. That's me. I would love that perfect middle. I want someone who makes my pee-pee hard and also I have a lot of fun with. They're fun to be around. They're hot. And we can talk about shit because I talk a lot. Therefore, I need someone on the other end to listen. So you kind of need a little good back and forth. So I prefer that perfect spot right in the middle of that graph. So that's me.
This is the type of guy you get.
However, I know every guy is built different. Unlike me, I am the ultimate built different. You're more built different ... from me. So maybe you would go lean a little bit for left side of this graph. You would rather have someone who's a little bit more good looking and just, deal with this personality. Now, you don't want them to be all the way at the very right at the bottom. You don't want them to be there. You want them maybe a little bit off from hot. Maybe when you look at the middle of this graph, you maybe lean a little bit more to the left where they're really hot. However, you have to deal with them putting live, laugh, love signs in your living room, the bless this mess in the bathroom, or whatever boring white women do. I just realized I said white women. This goes for all races. This is just for all straight people. Straight men looking for women. So you got that. So maybe you can deal with that because you would be more okay dealing with a boring personality than an ugly person. So that's there. However, maybe you're a guy who is not necessarily the perfect catch. Lucky for you, like I said, I'm wanting somewhere in the middle. You can go to the right a little bit. A little bit to the right there. Well, where she's not turning heads. She is turning your dick from soft to hard. And that is also a perfect scenario for you. So I think the real lesson I'm trying to say here in regards to my Schweezy's Perfect Woman scale is the situation, the extremes here. So to the far left and the far right of this graph, you don't want a woman who is both super hot but boring as hell. But you also don't want a woman who is ugly with a great personality. You gotta try to meet somewhere in the middle. Now, like I always say, aim for this middle area, and then you may have to swing a little bit left or a little bit right, depending on what's more important to you. But at the end of the day, I find the solid middle ground is the perfect place to be. And what you need to decide is, what you really need to look for is someone whose personality you really like. I would say go for the personality first. And then figure out, does she make my pee-pee hard? Because you can do that. That is your perfect woman. That's how you determine who the perfect woman for you is. So this is end of this segment, more of like a science math lesson with Schweezy. Maybe we'll do more in the future. However, I have to come up with lesson plans and other things. And there's a lot of TV I have to watch, folks. So not all scientific discoveries, as you all know, come in between TV from the Learning Channel, TLC, the Learning Channel with 90 Day Fiancé for the 90 days, which is on right now, and whatever the hell Netflix is pooping out. Scientific discoveries are found in between watching TV, and I feel very good about that situation. So,
come on, Mark, don't be stingy.
Hey, you just finished one of the many, many highlights from Cancel Schweezy. We got plenty more on the channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you like what you just watched, go ahead and smash that like button as well. Go subscribe for more so we can teach you how to be a better human in our world. So, yeah, stay awesome.